Hello, English language learners. Welcome to Learn English with Dr. GK. So, as you can see, today is our 11th day of our lesson. To attend the class. If you are here, give me thumbs up or say hello, hi in the chat. So let's see how many of you are going to be in the class. So something is happening with the chat right now. So let's see, technology issue. Sometimes it happens. I am trying to find out the chat. So let's see. Connection is excellent, but I'm unable to see. Okay, yes, now I can see the chat. Yes, hello, MD Anis. Okay, and Deepak Chauhan, as usual, pretty much the same students are there. See, that's what I was thinking this morning, that I have around 8,000 subscribers. But can you believe it? How many students really want to enhance their skills and are serious learners? So I will say 1 out of 1,000, right? That's the number. Yes. So pretty much many students, they subscribe to the channel, but I think they are just looking for shortcuts. And there is no any shortcut when you are determined to learn the language and you want to enhance your skills. And I personally do not blame to the students, because that's the way most of the YouTube channels are advertising, right? Learn English in 1 day, learn English with this lesson, learn English like shortcuts, shortcuts, shortcuts. And that's what the students saying, that there is a shortcut to enhance the language, but that's not the truth, because you need practice. And as you know, many of you are like attend the classes and you are noticing your improvement, and you are also noticing that yes, it's not going to happen in 1 day, right? It takes time, because again, language learning it's a vast, think about your own personal regional language, your mother tongue, right? Or your native language. So you are speaking all the time, even in your dreams also. That's why you are fluent in your first language. So how can we expect that we can become fluent in English without practice, right? Within, like, by just watching one video or by just practicing in 1 or 2 lessons. It takes time. Yes, hey Harun, good to see you. So, I mean, most of the language I teach on my channel is academic language, and you need academic language in order to become fluent. Even if you are appearing for IELTS exam, TOEFL, or if you are in school or if you are in college or university, you need practice. And especially if you want to become fluent in English, then you need to come out of your comfort zone, practice, and stick with with the lessons and practice, right? So one more thing I want to tell you, I see like students, they join my classes and they talk about my classes, how they feel about my lessons. They have a lot of things to say in the class, but when I see the lessons, how much people watch it, it's very interesting, because if there are like 50 viewers, and if I check the time, it's like 4 hours, 5 hours. So you can imagine, if my lesson is for 90 minutes and if 50 students are watching and the total time is just 3 hours or 4 hours, that means they are not even watching for the 10 minutes, right? So you can imagine, I don't even know why you subscribe to the channel, because it's, that means you're looking shortcuts. You are looking shortcuts, and you think things can happen quickly by watching 2 minutes. But you are learning by watching 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Nothing. You are not learning anything. So, I mean, it's for your benefit. If you want to learn, it's your choice. I cannot force you, but as an educator, I can just guide you. I can advise you, right? Because that's my expertise. That's what I am doing from last so many years, right? And it's my passion. But one more thing I want to tell you, that yes, there are some norms on the YouTube. When I am on YouTube, the things works on the channel is like how many likes and how many comments I am receiving. But I am not receiving any comments in my videos. When I look at it, no comments, maybe 1 comment, 2 comments. But you give me so many comments in my classes, but you don't write any comments in like, I know there are like 1 or 2 students, they comment sometimes, but most of you do not write any comments. Please try to understand. If you don't know how to write the comments, I can bring a lesson for you just for the comments, so where you can learn how to comment on the videos, the information you are learning. So because see, if the students are watching only for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, they don't even know what's in the lesson for 90 minutes, right? But if you, they attend my classes, you know the what's going on in the lessons, right? Then you can write the comments. At least write the comments. What did you learn in that particular lesson, right? I'm not expecting a lot of information, but at least some information, right? So that's why you need to write in the comments what you are learning. Now, like for example, I mean, I am talking something very important, and some of you are not listening. Right now, you are not listening. You are just concerned about sharing the link so you can join my class. Really, that is sometimes frustrating for me, frankly speaking, that you just want what you wanted. That's it, right? And that's called like a selfish behavior. You like it or not like it, whatever I feel, I just say it, right? You want to be here, it's your choice. You want to learn, it's your choice, right? So please make a habit to listen. Make a habit to listen and understand other person's point of view, not just to think selfishly about yourself. Okay? Because that's what I'm teaching you. Be a giver also, not always taker. Because the takers are always lose a lot in their life. First of all, the takers will lose the happiness. Okay? So be a giver also, be a sharer also. Try to learn to share the things with others, right? Try to refrain from the selfish behavior, okay? Because this world is full of selfish people. Yes, this world is full of selfish people, but we have to be different from others, right? We have to be different. I always say yes. I mean, I understand in life there are so many things that are important for each one of us, right? And I'm not saying that success is not important. Yes, it's important. I am not saying that money is not important. Yes, it's important. I am not saying that fame is not important. Or, I mean, there are so many things. Yes, they are important. They are part of our life. But I will say maintain the balance. Balance is very important in life, because think about it. When anything is getting imbalanced, about your health also, for example, if your health is getting imbalanced, right, you just have like a 1 degree temperature of your body is going to go high or low. You're going to feel weak, right? You will feel unhealthy. You might going to have a headache. So that means our body also needs a balance. So same thing is in life. In all areas in life, we need to maintain the balance, right? Okay. So, so let's start the class. So I will be starting the second unit. So let's start it, please. So, I mean, yes, sometimes I might say little, maybe you feel it harsh, but I just speak my heart. That's the way I am. What I feel, I just say it, because when I see people don't even spend 5 minutes on the videos, which I spend 90 minutes teaching right now, and then I spend pretty much all day to prepare my lessons, right? I prepare all those lessons, and students don't even care about it. That's what I feel sometimes. So today's lesson is second unit, and this unit, as you know, we already finished the first one. And if you remember, anyone, if you remember anything we covered in the first unit from Monday to Friday, could you please write down something in the chat? If you remember anything we learned from the first unit, please write down in the chat. So anyways, we learned in the first unit, we covered the personal pronouns, I, he, she, it, we, you, and they. And then we talked about the present tense, right? Affirmatives, and with the be negative, yes or no questions, WH questions. And then we talked about the basic adjectives, form and place in the sentences, and basic prepositions. So if anyone is here new and missed the lessons, and we read so many non-fiction, fiction, stories, folk tales in our first 10 lessons, and we practiced many grammar skills also in our 1 to 10 lessons. So if you missed those lessons, you can go back and watch the videos, and please write the comments, whatever you are learning. So to say, in this lesson, I learned about, and then write down what did you learn. If you like the lesson, if you have any suggestion, anything. I mean, I am open about your feedback, okay? Now, in this lesson, in lesson unit 2, we are not covering everything today, but in this unit, we will be covering present progressive, affirmative, negative, then question, stative verbs, okay? So stative verbs, present tense, and in a present progressive forms. Okay, so in the first lesson, we will be talking about present progressive, and if we will have time, then we're going to talk about negative also. So now you can see this one, the present progressive. So we use the present progressive to talk about things that are going on right now. So right now, I am talking to you and I am telling you about these lessons, right? So whatever I am talking right now is happening, right? It's progressing. Okay, so before I start this was the quote. Education is a progressive discovery of our own ignorance, right? Our own ignorance. That means the things we don't know, the things we are ignorant about. We make progress with education. So education teaches us so many things in different areas, right? In all parts of the areas, we can touch any field. So that's what the education is. So as you know, most of you know actually, so we use the verb be, am, is, or are, and then we add ing to the base form of the verb. So if anyone wants to take the notes, you can do it, because when you will be joining my class, I expect from you to talk something with the present progressive. Okay, so that's what you will be practicing in my class today. I will be inviting you shortly. So I am plus be, ing, right? So I am cleaning the room. We are eating ice cream. You are eating ice cream. You are drinking. He's resting. She's playing. Is jumping. They are cleaning the room. These are very simple sentences. But when you join my class, I expect from you to tell me some kind of a event, some kind of a situation in a present progressive form. Now you say continues also. Yes, I forgot to tell you. This is a present continuous, right? But in America, we use mostly this form, present progressive. प्रोग्रेस हो रही है किसी चीज की, कोई चीज मूव हो रही है. So continuation, right? So continuously, present continuous sentence has the two parts, as you know. So this is the same information. Now these are about the syllable verbs that end in the consonant. So one vowel consonant combination. We double the last consonant and adding ing. For example, run, right? N is a consonant, and then we add another N to make it a action progressive verb, right? So Rohit is running. Sit, S-I-T, then we add another T in it when we are making it sitting. So these are just the extra information, how you change the words when you make the base form into the ing form, okay? So I hope this is clear to you. Now, so this is kind of like a short, I will say, action or an event. I just created it. So it's just kind of like a helpful for you when you can create a scene about anything, about your life, about something you are doing right now, or you something make a story like I did here. And that is, most of the sentences are in a present progressive, right? Like today, Rajni is visiting her grandparents. She loves her grandparents. At this moment, she is sitting in her grandmother's room. Her grandmother is holding her hand. So the progression, right? It's happening, it's going on. So Mr. Gupta is Rajni's grandfather. He loves his granddaughter. Right now, he's telling her a story. She is listening to her grandfather's story. Rajni is smiling because his grandfather always tells her the same story. Rajni understands that her grandfather is getting old and he repeats the things again and again, right? So you see, many sentences in this small little story are present progressive, right? So now at this time, I will invite you, if you want to join, you are welcome. And again, I have to find out your messages. Okay, let me read. I am good. See, EC101 Shivam Sharma. The problem is that students do not stick. I want it. What you are saying, I want it. That I want, like, for example, again, I'm going to say the student like Deepak Chauhan. He is my regular student. And I think I'm going to remember him forever because he started with me from last year. And he is, I will say, I mean, he really wants to learn. He is hungry for the knowledge. That's what, as as an educator, I can see the students. But there are many students, they just come here like one time, two times, maybe 5 times, or they just come sometimes and they disappeared. So that's the problem. I know, I mean, I want that, what you suggest, like I agree with your suggestion. You're saying, ma'am, I must suggest you one thing, make one batch of genuine people and make them perfect. That's how it should happen. If you take different peoples every time, then people ended up with knowing a little. I 100% agree with you, Shivam Sharma, but that's what it is. My classroom is open, but there are only handful of students, not even handful, I will say. They stick with the channel. They just are, many of you, I'm sorry, many of you are looking shortcuts, right? And if you stick with the lessons, if you are here to practice, you see the improvement. So anyway, let me go and let me find the, what you say, link, and paste the link, and then we will talk about it. Okay. So exactly, so Shivam, if you are suggesting me, then that means you want to be in the class, right? And one more thing, guys, I always tell you, I am a full-time educator. This is the time when I have my summer break and I have plenty of time to practice. But my schedule is also, and again, this YouTube channel is not my profession, right? I just do it for, because that's what something I like to do. So if you are here and you want to enhance your skills, yes, my invitation is open for students to come and improve their skills. But at the same time, it's from you. I cannot force anyone to join my class, right? I can suggest, but I cannot force people to join the class. So, I mean, first, then there are sometimes the students are on different age groups also. Like, for example, now Harun Ali, I think Harun is in 6th grade. So sometime when I want to teach something, I have to think about the age level also, like what I'm going to teach. So there are so many points when I am online on YouTube. So, I mean, if you are serious learners and you are desperate of learning, then you can email me and we can come up with some kind of plan. But here, students, many of them are not serious. I'm sorry about that. Yes. Because the knowledge, something you cannot forcefully provide the knowledge to people, because it's something what you want to do, right? That's why I even posted it. It's today's, if you notice my what you call thumbnail was about that IELTS and exam takers, because this is actually more academic English, which is going to be useful tremendously. I mean, there are so many skills which you might gonna learn the very first time. I am sure about that. There are many skills you will be learning first time in your life, even if you are in university or college. But it's all up to you, right? And it's more academic English. So that's gonna help you in every field of your life. It's not only just becoming fluent in English, but you will be becoming a very knowledgeable in every field, right? In every field. Okay, so good to see you, MD, Priyanka, Sandeep. So as you know, we already talked about the present progressive or present continuous, right? So if you can use some kind of just make it anything in the present progressive form. And then I have a very interesting story. If we will have time, we're going to talk about it. Okay, yes. Yes, who wants to start? Anything, just to think about or make something in a present progressive form. So present progressive, things are happening. Okay. Anyone?
There are so many people are sitting on the terrace around me.
Okay, okay. And tell me, what are they doing?
Some of them, I should say, most of them are busy in their mobile phones, and some of them are visiting and discovering something new on their terrace. That they are gonna something find new.
They're walking around.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so they're walking around on their terrace. Some of them might be eating something. Some of them might be drinking something. Some of the kids might be playing, right? You
Yes,
might
ma'am.
be playing. And
But
what about
just
that?
there
Huh?
is only one kid.
Okay. And what that kid is doing?
The kid is walking on his knees.
On his knees. He's
Yes,
crawling. Is he?
crawling.
Oh, he's a baby?
Yes,
Little
ma'am.
baby? Okay, crawl. Crawl करना होता है वो, right?
Okay,
C
ma'am.
R A.
Spelling,
Hmm?
spelling.
स्पेलिंग ओके मुझे कई बार पता क्या होता है लिख के एकदम से स्पेलिंग हो जाते हैं CRAW crawling LING crawling
Okay, ma'am.
yes. So he is crawling. Okay, so how old is the baby?
She is just like 1 year old.
Oh, 1 year. Okay, so 1 year old baby is crawling. Okay, and where is the mom? Where is the mother?
Her mom is near her.
That's the baby girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the mom is near her. Mom is sitting or mom is watching her crawling.
She
What
is
mom?
also walking with her.
Oh, so mom is walking along, or you can say mom is walking next to the baby, or you can say mom is walking beside the baby, right? साथ में
Yes,
चल रही.
ma'am.
Okay. Beside, next, yes, or along with the baby. There are so many words you can use. Yes. Okay. Excellent. So, how many people are there?
Uh, just before a while, there were so many people, but now I can see only only three people on their terrace.
Okay, Sandeep, you can say a few minutes ago, or you can say a moment ago, right? A few minutes
Okay,
ago.
ma'am.
Few minutes ago, there were many people, but now there are only few people left on the terrace because I think most of them are going downstairs, or they might be getting ready to eat dinner, or they might be getting ready to watch TV, something like that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Okay, yes. Who is my next English language learner to share? Yes, MD.
Yes, ma'am.
Talk about the present progressive.
Ma'am, presently I am attending your classes and noting down the words that are new to me.
Writing.
And I'm sitting in my room alone. There is no one with me.
Okay, no one is in that room. Okay, so
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
writing down. You are writing down the words, vocabulary words, but you are listening right now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, oh, that's good. I like that some of you are actually, using these videos. And I will say that you're watching these videos wisely and for in a more productive way, right? Yes, this is going to be more beneficial for you. Excellent. Okay, Priyanka, you were absent yesterday, girl. Where were you?
Yes, ma'am, I'm not well yesterday. That's why I'm not joining your class.
What happened? Are you sick?
No, ma'am.
You're not happy?
No, actually, I'm not in a mood, so that's why.
Yeah. Oh, that means you're moody.
Yes,
Actually, I know, like some of your characteristics is, excellent for you. Even now, MD is also joining my classes, so I'm kind of like getting to know you guys without even having a very direct interaction because you are in the classes. So yes, I can imagine that. You
no,
are
ma'am. Actually, last Saturday, I went with my parents for vaccination. So there we We all were stood on the line, and sun, ma'am, what to say, dhoop lag rahi thi.
So it was very hot and sunny day.
Yeah, it was a very hot and sunny day, and that's why I'm not well yesterday, and that's why I'm not joining.
Oh, okay. So you just got like a heat waves.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Too much heat. Okay. Yeah, I mean, here today we are expecting 100-degree burn heat temperature, because our temperature is, we don't count here in Celsius, it's the Fahrenheit. So we
Yes.
have 100 today. But the only thing is, like, inside we don't feel anything because our homes are centrally air conditioned. Yeah, but it's very hot in India. I can imagine.
ma'am.
Especially the northern, right? Northern India.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
about even Rajasthan?
Ma'am, the weather is not good here because sometimes it's raining and sometimes it's really very hot. So the weather is imbalanced.
And your city is, what's the name of your city?
Ajmer district, ma'am. It's
you're-
eastern side of Rajasthan.
Okay, so you are in Ajmer city, or you are somewhere near?
No, ma'am. In the Ajmer district at Byawar city.
Which city?
Byawar.
Byawar city. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
It's like a small city.
No, ma'am. It's something like Ajmer.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Yeah, ma'am.
Ajmer.
Our process is going on to make it the district too.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good. So Rajasthan, yeah, Rajasthan's weather is, I think, like it's you easily get a rain also right away, rain and then hot,
Yes,
rain,
ma'am.
especially summertime. That's what I know,
Yes,
because
ma'am.
I
But
went
the
through.
western side of Rajasthan is too much hot. Even we can't live over there.
Okay. So, so I mean, many of you know about the present progressive. I don't think so. That is something hard for you. Is there any question you have about present progressive? Like, you use mostly the present form. Let's see, who is Nadeem? He said, I will join the session after half an hour. I don't know how long we're gonna be in the class. But again, guys, if you are here, my advice to you is try to comment in whatever you learn in the class. Okay, so today I want to talk about one story, and before that we're going to read that story one time, and I want you to focus only on the sequence of the story. So what happened in the beginning of the story, in the middle of the story, and at the end of the story. Okay, so are you ready? Let's see. So we will be reading this story 3 times. It might be boring for you, but that's the best way to practice sometimes for the stories. So let's see. Here I am going to share. So the first read is, our focus is on the sequence of events in the story. Okay. So let's start. My number 1. Who will be reading number 1? Okay, Sandeep, let's start.
Okay, ma'am. A long time ago, a little green grasshopper and little black ant lived in the same grassy meadow. The country dwellers were not friends, but they were not enemies either. The grasshoppers didn't bother the ant, and the ant didn't bother the grasshoppers.
Okay, that's it, please. Okay, so first of all, I want you to focus on the pronunciation of some of the words. It's not aunt, it's ant. Ant.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so a long time ago, a little green grasshopper, grass, not grass, grass
Okay, ma'am.
hopper, grasshopper and little black ant lived in a same grassy meadow. The word is not meadow, it's a meadow.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. The country dwellers. Country dwellers कौन होते हैं? पता किसी को?
नागरिक.
Dwellers जो खोदने वाले, like the country dwellers were not friends, but they were not enemies either. So ये कौन है dweller? ये किसकी बात कर रही है ना? Dwellers, country dwellers were not friends, but they were okay. So they were not friends. They were not enemies either. The grasshopper. Sandeep, mute please. The grasshopper didn't bother the ant, and the ant didn't bother the grasshopper. So what happened in the beginning? What is in the beginning? I want you to write down in the beginning, if the, like, what is the first thing you see in this story is about what? So how are you going to write down how are you going to take the notes? Who can tell me? I want to teach you how you take the notes. So in this one, you're going to put this in the story. You're going to write down beginning, B-E-G-I-N-N-I-N-G, beginning. Okay, so beginning of the story, and write down the grasshopper and ant lived where? Where they live? In the meadow, right? Grassy
In the meadow.
Yes, in a grassy meadow. That means that countryside where there's a lot of grass, right? That's what it is. And when did it happen? Long time ago. We know that. So what is the setting here? Setting means place. And when it happened? Long time ago. Setting. Where is the setting? It's a grassy meadow. And who are the characters in the beginning of the story? Grasshopper and ant.
Ant.
Yes. So at this time, we're just focusing on the sequence. So the grasshopper and the ant, they lived on a grassy meadow. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the next one. Who is the next person to read the
Ma'am,
next?
I want to say something.
Yes.
As you told me the correct pronunciation of meadow and ant, but here in India we are taught ant as aunt and meadow as meadow. That's why I spoke that words in that pronunciation.
Okay, now what you need to do then? You need to correct
Then
them. This is a good
yes, ma'am.
pronunciation.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it's up to you how you want to speak. If they say, oh no, it's not ant, it's aunt, then you can tell them about me, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we rarely use here ant. Sorry, aunt. We just
Aunt.
say
Hey,
we
aunt is
don't.
your auntie, aunt.
Yes, ma'am. And sometimes people get confused with this word.
No, it's okay. See here, I know. In the Indian pronunciation, the A sound is different. You say A. Here, the sounds are very different. Here, A is A sound.
Yes.
And
Yes,
then
ma'am. That's the thing.
your A, your E. So your A is an E sound.
Yes.
So we pronounce the way you pronounce E. The way you pronounce A, we pretty much pronounce that E. So that's yes. So it's an ant, meadow, not meadow. Okay, meadow.
Okay, ma'am.
EA is a sound, not like a E sound. So I know I can make a full course on this, but there are so much which I need to teach, but I don't know the time. Okay, next. MD, read the next one, please.
The ant worked very hard all day long. He made the long walk to the farmer's field faithfully every morning as soon as the sun came up. When the ant arrived at the field, he looked for a grain of wheat. After finding just the right one, he carefully carried it on his head for the tip.
For the trip. Right?
For the trip. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the ant worked very hard all day long. Now, sometimes you say whole day, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
that is all day long means sara din usne kaam kiya. So this is a very good phrase if you want to write down someone is working all day long. Like if you say, oh, yesterday I was studying all day long, that means Sara din mein padhta hi raha, right? All day long. Okay, so he made the long walk to the farmer's field. Again, possessive nouns, you don't need to remember that. The field belongs to the farmer, right? Faithfully every morning as soon as the sun came up. So this ant work very hard. What she is doing? What's progressing here? What's happening? The ant is working hard. What she's doing?
She collects
She
the
is going to the
grain.
field.
Right. So ant arrived at the field. He looked for a grain of wheat. After finding just the right one, he carefully carried it on his head for the trip. So carried it on his head. सिर पे उठा लिया उसने? Right? Give me any other example that someone carries something on their head.
Ma'am, vendor who
Okay.
sells
Yes, ma'am.
fruits in the street.
Yeah, street sellers, vegetable sellers, fruit
Yes.
sellers. Sometimes they carry like a jamun or falsas. I remember in Punjab mein to falsas or patisa. They carry it on their head, right? The small, like kind of like a क्या कहते हैं उसको भाई? बोलो हिंदी में कुछ word होता है उसका? Basket type of thing, right?
Tokri.
Huh?
Tokri.
Tokri, yeah, basket. Okay, so they carry on there, right? So that's what this ant. So see, you can pick the so many phrases or the sentence structures which you can use in many other situations, right? That's the way the language works. So when the ant arrived, when she arrived at the field, he looked for a grain of wheat. So sometimes you looked for things. If you lost something, you looked for your shirt in your closet or something. Closet hota hai. Closet ko aap kya kehte ho? Almirah? Almirah also, right?
Yes, ma'am. Almirah.
Look for something. Yes. Okay. So that's what she did. So ant is doing something. She's collecting what? What she's doing? She's
Wheat.
wheat, right? And what the ants, they eat pretty much everything, right? A lot of things. But
Ma'am, I have a question.
yes,
What is the difference between all the day or whole the day?
it's not whole the day. It's a whole day.
Whole
There is
day.
no whole day or entire day or all day long. It's the same thing.
Same thing, ma'am.
Yes. So you can use whole day, entire day, all day long.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, good question. So a trip, he carefully carried it on his head for the trip back. Back. What does this mean? After finding just the right one, he carefully carried it on his head for the trip back. So she was leaving home, right? She was
Yes.
going to the field. She was getting the grain and she was coming back. The trip back means she's coming back home, right?
Yes.
So this ant is a male or female?
Male.
Male. So you see, so focus on the pronouns, the language also. When he got home, he put the grain of wheat into his little house under a log. Now, Sandeep, you know what is log means, right? A wooden, what you say, stick, a thick one, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
oh, the ants, they live under the logs. वो लकड़ी के ज्यादा ants होती हैं, वो लकड़ी के एरियाज में रहती हैं, जमीन में भी, soil में भी रहती हैं वो under
Yes.
the, yes. Okay, Priyanka, now it's your turn.
The little black ant made the trip over and over again all day long. He never stopped or rested, and he never complained. Soon the ant had a big pile of wheat. His family was all set for the long winter ahead.
That's it. Okay. So what this ant was doing?
She, sorry, he went there over and over again and brought the more grains or sorry wheats to his house, and they collected for
Right.
their winter season.
Right. So this ant made the trips over and over again, like she was doing it again and again, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right? Yeah, that's called back and like वो जा रही थी, she was going, she was bringing back and then going back again. She was bringing more food, going back again. That's what she was working all day, right? That's what she did all day. Okay, so all day long. He never stopped or rested and he never complained. Okay? Never complained. Soon the ant had a big pile of, what is pile means?
While it's like a dher.
Ah, exactly. Pile of books, you can have a books on each other or each other like that. Or pile of clothes also. जब आप कपड़े जोड़ते हो इकट्ठे करते हो, so you keep putting it on it, right? So it's a pile. It's pile. Okay. So
I
the
want
pile.
to tell you something.
Uh-huh.
When I am reading the books with your strategies, I can understand the word. And now, in those days, I am making most of the words Hindi translation too, without looking at the dictionary.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
then you know where you know the structures, you know the, so you can form the meaning when you know the structure. कौन बात कर रहा है, किसके बारे में बात कर रहा है, क्या हो रहा है. So when you put it all together, you can comprehend easily. Yes. Okay. So the next one, Sandeep, it's your turn. Sorry, number 3. Did you take the note? What did you write down in your sequence? That's what we are practicing right now. Is just the sequence. That's it.
May I talk?
Yes.
Trips over and over again, bringing more, collecting for winter ahead.
So I want a complete sentence. Can you tell me the ant what?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
The aunt was making his trips over and over again.
Ant.
And sorry, ma'am. The ant was making his trips over and over again to bring more grains. So he went to the field again and again without resting for a while. He went there and bring more weeds on his head to his and came back to his house and collected them for their winter season.
No, Sandeep, please don't read it. That's what I was doing. I want you to tell me in your words. You are just reading everything, the same thing. No, you remember yesterday how I taught you how you take notes? There is so much information which is unnecessary for you to write down. So MD, can you try it? Let's see if you can do it. That's okay.
Ma'am,
Sandeep.
I just can say that an ant, and there is a work of an ant, and his passion is seen in this whole text, and the message is this: never to lose your courage, and we should work hard. And in this, if I talk about the text of the sentence, here the ant is working so hard. He never take a rest. He just go to the field and for a small grain, and he came back. He does it over and over so that he can collect the food for him or his family when it until it comes winter, so that he can have food in winter as well.
Okay. See, my question was very different, and your answer, you all are giving me little different answer. What we are focusing right now, what is the first step we are doing? We are just focusing on sequence of the events.
Yes.
All the things are happening in sequence. We are not analyzing anything. We are not talking about what she's doing, why she's doing, if it's a good or bad. We are not talking about that. Right now, our focus is only about the sequence. Those things are happening in the sequence. So in this one, the ant was working all day and collecting food for winter. That's it. That's it. Okay? So when
Okay,
you are
ma'am.
writing the sequence, that is the next thing. So the first was ant and grasshopper. That is the first sequence in the story sequence. The grasshopper and ant. They lived on the farm, right? In the field, grassy field or meadow, whatever you want to say, you can write on that. And then you can say that was ant was going to get the wheat, to collect the wheat from farmer's field. And then ant is working all day without complaining. When you say no complain, that means without complaining, ant was working all day without complaining and collecting food for her family for winter, right? For winter. That's it. Now, do you understand?
Yes,
When,
ma'am.
yes, just keep in mind what we are focusing, what strategy we are learning right now. We are learning only sequence. That's what we are talking right now. So just talk about sequence. Simple, okay? I just want to teach you the stepwise strategies, how you can, like, these are all the best strategy to learn something from simple to complex. Okay, so from simple to complex, that's what we are learning. This step is simple step, first step, baby step, sequence. Okay, next, number 4. Who is the next? Who? Whose turn to read? After Priyanka is Sandeep. Okay, Sandeep.
Okay, ma'am. Sometimes the ant ran into the grasshopper on his way back from the farmer's field. The grasshopper looked at the hard working and laughed and laughed. Why do you work so hard? Ant asked the grasshopper.
Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit because okay, this. Okay.
Come with me, and I will play you my song. It's a summer. The weather is beautiful, and the days are long and sunny. Why do you waste them by working?
Right. So sometimes, so I'm gonna read so you can listen. Any pronunciation, please. So sometimes the ant ran into the grasshopper on his way back from the farmer's field. So ran into the grasshopper. What does this mean? Ran into the grasshopper.
Man, she means he climbed up on the grasshopper.
No, no. कोई मिल जाता है आपको रास्ते में.
Okay.
Ran into grasshopper means उसको वो मिल जाता था कई बार रास्ते में. अब आप कहीं घर आ रहे हो तो you can ran into your neighbor. That doesn't mean you just got into them, but that means you met them. Okay, this is like a cultural phrase, I will say, because see here, this is a first language. Try to understand. आपकी अपनी लैंग्वेज में कई लफ्ज ऐसे होते हैं जो अगर वो बुक्स में कई बार आपको समझ नहीं आएंगे अगर इफ यू आर लर्निंग हिंदी एज अ सेकंड लैंग्वेज, राइट? बट वो आपके कल्चर के लैंग्वेजेस हैं कुछ, है ना? तो रैन इनटू द ग्रासहॉपर मींस वो उसको मिल जाता था रास्ते में कई बार. You ran into your neighbors, you ran into your friends when yeah, something like that. Or you say I met. I know इंडिया में हम जो भी इंग्लिश बोलते हैं ना, हम ट्रांसलेशन करके बोलते हैं, तो वो फिर उसका थोड़ा सिस्टम डिफरेंट होता है. You understand what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So sometimes the ant ran into the grasshopper on his way back from the farmer's field. The grasshopper looked at the hardworking and laughed and laughed. Why do you work so hard, ant? Asked the grasshopper. Come with me. I will play you my song. It's summer. The weather is beautiful and the days are long and sunny. Now, in these days, even in India, also, especially, the weather is not beautiful. I think it's hot. and long and sunny days, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So see, this is a very good sentence if you want to describe the weather to someone, or the summer days are hot, long and sunny, right? Or summer days are, yes, so like that. Why do you waste them by working? You said like, relax, listen my song. Now, who can tell me the sequence in this one? The way I was telling you. Let's see if you learned that strategy. Tell me the sequence.
Ma'am, firstly, we have to show the character which are going to play their roles, and secondly, we took a character and we showed that how he is doing hard work, and then our second character grasshopper comes and he disturbs him and he tries to stop his work and suggest to listen his song.
I just want you to tell me only this paragraph, because we already talked about the previous ones, right? So what is in this paragraph? Can you just tell me briefly only in this one, the number, what number is that? 4, right?
Ma'am, may I tell?
In number 4, what is on only in number 4? That's it. We are not talking anything else because we are moving on the sequence right now. So what is in number 4? Yes, Sandeep.
The ant ran into the grasshopper on his way back from the farmer's field. And the grasshopper was saying not to work hard because it's beautiful and sunny days to enjoy.
Right. So when so ant was on her way when he met grasshopper, and grasshopper invited her, right? He invited her to listen to not to her, sorry, if this ant is a male, right? So invited him to listen to his song and enjoy the summertime, right? Not to work, right? Yeah, excellent. So Priyanka, you want to say something in your words? Come on, it's a language practice. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Ma'am, okay. Actually, aren't do the same work, same work, or how to start, ma'am?
So yeah, you can say that when ant was working
Same as Lee.
on her way.
Oh, yeah, on her way, like मैम आई एम सेइंग दैट जैसे वो रोज काम करती है वो वैसे उस दिन रोज कर रहा था, सॉरी.
Okay, so you can say like as ant was working every day, one day she sorry, actually he, and this ant is he. So one day he met grasshopper. That's fine,
he was doing
or whatever. Yeah, relaxing.
yes,
Okay, yeah, he was singing a song or was relaxing. Okay. And he invited ant
yes,
also to join him. Yes.
yes, and said the grasshopper, why you wasting your time? You came here and collect the grain, so why you are wasting your time? Enjoy your whole day.
Right. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy your
Yes,
summer. Don't work.
yes.
Enjoy your summer.
Enjoy your summer.
Because he was lazy, right? Grasshopper was lazy.
Yes, ma'am.
And it happens in our life sometimes. People lazy people, they just gonna say, oh come on, stop it, do it tomorrow. Come on, sit with me, relax, right? Yes, it happens. Okay, so are you taking notes now in this one? So in this sequence now, grasshopper invited ant to sing a song with her, or listen his songs, right? That's what he wants, and relax with him, or sit with him, right? Or spend time with him. You can use so many words. Spend time with him, relax with him, chill with him, hang out with him. So many words you can use for the same expression. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hang out with him, relax with him, spend time with him, right? Or listen to his songs. Yeah, that's what he wants. Okay, move on to the next one. Ready for number 5? Who is my next
Yes.
reader? Whose turn?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, MD.
May I, ma'am?
Yes, who is the Nadeem? Hello, Nadeem. Yes, okay, yes,
ma'am.
good. Yes, read.
Ma'am, the slide is not here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I was hiding slides, so you should not use the slide language. Okay. Okay, read it.
The little black ant did not listen to the grasshopper and went about his business. In fact, the grasshopper's suggestion made the ant work harder and faster. That made the grasshopper laugh even louder. You are a silly little ant, he said. Come with me. We can sing. We can dance. Forget about working. Live a little and enjoy the summer. Boo, the ant did not listen and went about his work in the tireless way he always had.
Okay, sorry, that was the word was but. I accidentally seen it. Okay, so the little black ant did not listen to the grasshopper and went about his business. In fact, the grasshopper's suggestion made the ant work harder and faster. So the reaction was opposite, right? That made the grasshopper laugh even louder. You are a silly little ant, he said. Come with me. We can sing. We can dance. Forget about working. Live a little and enjoy the summer. But the ant didn't listen and went about his work in the tireless way he always had. Tireless means बिना थके, tireless, right? कोई थकावट नहीं हो रही थी. So what is the sequence now, guys? In this one, the sequence is
Ma'am, may I talk? The ant, without giving a bit notice to his suggestion and adversely working harder than hard while he was making the same suggestion.
right. Okay, so the ant didn't listen to him. Yes. So that sorry.
He ignored him.
Ignored him. Yeah, I like that word. Yes. So the ant just ignored him. Yes. And she even was working more harder, right?
And
Tireless.
effectively.
Huh?
And effectively.
Okay. So she didn't listen. She just ignored him. It was like, okay,
Yes.
keep saying whatever you're saying. I'm not listening to you. I know what I need to do. I need to work for my family, right? So that's what she's doing. So write down the sequence. So next is, so ant ignored grasshopper's suggestion and she was keep working tirelessly. She was not tired, right? She was working with more enthusiasm, I will say. She was working more harder. She was working because I think her, I don't know why I'm keep saying it and her. I think grasshopper's laziness was kind of like giving ant a motivation to work more, right? Okay,
Yes,
so are you writing? Let me see how many pages because there is no way we can finish the story at all today. I don't know if we will be able to even finish this tomorrow because we will be analyzing this story in 3 different ways. Okay, so the first one is what happened at the beginning of the story. Record your answers on the chart. So you are creating, like I told you, to make a sequence. So write down the word sequence. It's what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, and we are just on in the middle. Okay, it's gonna take time. So guys, its time is already 1 hour and 6 minutes. Is that okay if we can stop and we can do this tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
listen to me. Our focus is only on sequence, and sequence is the most easiest thing to do, because in sequence you are not analyzing anything. I do not want you to analyze anything. I just want you to pick the language from the each part and just put it in your words to write down what happened there. That's it. That's it. In the beginning, for example, the first one, grasshopper, ant, were in the field. Second, was in the field, so she wanted to bring the Sandeep, please. Okay, so she wanted to bring the what you say. She wanted to collect the grains, right? And so she was working all day. She was collecting the grains, and then she met grasshopper on her way, on his way, sorry. And then grasshopper suggested him to relax with him, listen to his songs, but ant ignored him, and ant was keep working, and he was working more harder because he was collecting food, right? So ant was keep collecting more food. That's it. We are still just up to this part, right?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now here, MD enter. MD, I don't know how. I think he was. Um, okay, so guys, what I was telling you today, please, whatever you are learning, I want you to write on the comments there. You are giving me the comments about my class, but there are no comments, nothing on the videos, because when people want to see the video, they want to see what's in it, right? But if you have some kind of comments there, and if you, some of you are struggling with writing the comments, we can even come up with a lesson to learn how to write the comments also. Do you want that kind of lesson too? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we can do that, because that's what see here, that's the way you're going to learn language, to how you express your feelings about the things, about your learning. So again, the language is limitless, right? There is no limit in language learning. So anyone want to say anything? Yes.
You used the word handful in the beginning of the session. What is the meaning of handful? There is no hand. There is आपका handful यहाँ पे नहीं है. इसका मतलब मैम
Handful is just a phrase, handful of like okay, let me go back there.
Helping.
No, where you are saying handful? All day and tonight, finding just. Where? In the story you said today? Handful of
no ma'am.
Huh?
Not in the story. In before starting the story, you said that there are not a handful of learners.
Oh, ओके हैंडफुल होते हैं थोड़े से भी, ज्यादा नहीं है, थोड़े से भी नहीं है. नॉट इवन हैंडफुल मीन्स के हाथ भी, ये देखो ये ना एक अगेन, जब आप किसी कल्चर में रहते हो तो वो उस तरह की लैंग्वेज आप यूज करते हो. कई बार मुझे नहीं समझ आया क्या हैंडफुल मीन्स के बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है, एनफ नहीं. अब जब देखो जैसे 3-4 जाने हो आप, तो एटलीस्ट अगर 10 हो तो आई कैन से चलो 10 स्टूडेंट मेरे पास आए हैं जो रेगुलर है मेरे पास और वो लर्न करना चाहते हैं, राइट? क्योंकि क्लास मिनिमम तो 10 to 15 स्टूडेंट्स, देन you like as an educator, I will enjoy the class if I have at least 10 or 15 students in my class, because everyone will be contributing, right? But now, for example, I have 2 students or 3 students, 4 students, not enough for a class. So that's what I was saying. Not even handful of students means there are not even enough students who I can teach where I as an educator feel like, yes, the students are now, like आप 3-4 जाने हो तो how much you going to contribute? Your contribution is very limited. But if there are 10 people, 15 people, everyone will bring their own strengths, everyone will have their own, and then you enjoy the learning and teaching. That was I was saying. Handful means not enough. Okay, in other words, handful means not enough. Yes. Okay, that's the best definition I can give you. Not enough. Not
Okay,
handful.
ma'am.
So handful hona means ke, when I said not handful, that means not enough. So handful means enough. You understand?
Yes,
Handful
ma'am, I got it.
enough. Sufficient hai. Handful means sufficient, enough. Not handful, not sufficient, not enough. The number is way too low.
I got it, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Good. So anyone has any question? Let me. Okay. So who is Nadeem? You are so late in the class. So I'm gonna. If you guys are here, I will give you a few minutes, but I'm gonna end the stream because that's what we need to do that, because most of the students in